is quite juicy to me. We do jump in with MVL. We'll try and get him focused on the camera. There we go. In the meantime, it is a Spanish opening. MVL's been playing this literally since he was about 7 or 8 years old. The first time I met him, he brings his bishop out time and time again, applying pressure on this black knight. He wants to win a pawn in the center. Some little nuances, little pawn pushes on the flank, just avoiding any bishop traps there. But the idea is essentially that if white takes in the center, black does the same, and things start to explode. Pranav, and they call him Buddy Pranav. He's a world junior champion. He's super speedy blitz expert.
Yeah, I've seen that he is almost, like in several of the rounds so far, he's been one of the first players to kind of end his game. So he's like been at the top of the standings because his game was done after like a minute or two. So he's been very quick in expediting the 4 people that he's beaten already.
19-year-old from India. Is he one of those players close to Aragaisi, Gukesh, Pragg, all in that same age group?
Yeah, he's in a similar age group, and that must be frustrating for him. Imagine being the same age as the world champion. You must think, oh, it should be me too. But, I mean, he's been doing everything right, Pranav. He's a super strong grandmaster, 2,600 plus in classical. And he famously was on the same team as Magnus Carlsen that won the European Club Cup. He played for Offerspiel. So, yeah, he's phenomenally strong. He's super tricky. He is guilty of some positional... questionable moves. I don't know how to say that nicely. He sometimes makes odd decisions positionally, but there's always a tactical reason behind it. There's always a trick, like 5, 6 moves down the line that his opponents don't see coming. And
so he's not scared to take chances, basically.
Yeah, big risk taker.
I love it.
Nice to see.
Yeah, we always love to see risk-taking chess. Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, the Frenchman who's won Title Tuesday 11 times, and he is a former world blitz champion. He is on 4 out of 4. Both of these players now fighting to go up to that perfect 5 out of 5. But the bar is in the middle.
The bar's in the middle. Just as I was saying, Pranav's a risk taker, loves his aggressive chess. He swaps off the queens and gets a queenless middle game here. I'm not going to call it an endgame yet because there's still so much to resolve, especially with this little minor piece pattern. The bishops and knights, so much tension there. But when the dust settles, it should be level. MVL's very good at endgames, though. So if there are some trades, if he does have a small advantage, Pranav might be suffering long term. And the bar already starting to say slight advantage for white. That's due to the bishop pair. 2 bishops, and it's quite an open center here.
And I guess also Maxime is aware of what kind of positions Pranav likes to play. And he was like, let me just get to an endgame. That would be better for me. So he's playing smart, and he's playing a bit quicker. So he has 30 seconds more on the clock.
Yeah.
So it's looking promising for him.
We have the pair of knights versus the pair of bishops. What would you prefer?
I'm a bishop man.
But in Blitz, it could be fun to have the knights because they're more like unpredictable.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can make some threats. Now that they still have 3 minutes left, I guess it's too early. But in the very like final stages, 10 seconds left on the clock, I like having a knight because you don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
And there it's gone.
One of them still remains.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I fully agree, especially the knight pre-moves.
Yeah.
So hard to predict, so tricky. They attack so many things that you don't expect them to. And next move, the black knight might step back and hit this bishop. MVL, though, I've never seen him behind on the clock, ever. In Blitz,
true.
Rapid, Classical, he's just always ahead on time, always so confident. I don't know how he does it, but if magic there.
I remember from our commentating days in the Champions Chess Tour, David, with Maxime Vachier-Lagrave on the camera with just seconds on his clock. He would be snacking on some nuts. He would be snacking on an apple. It looked like he was playing a game of classical chess when he would never get stressed out on the clock.
There's a huge difference now when they don't have those extra seconds. So now it's like, now I would be very surprised to see somebody eating in the final seconds of the game. The fact that they've changed the format to not have this extra seconds and kind of make it more relevant to the world of esports, I think that it's like, as a spectator, that makes it so much more entertaining because anyone can win in the final seconds. And the players can't really slack off and be like, don't worry, 1 second is enough time for me. Now they actually get insanely stressed in those final moments.
Yeah.
So I think it's been a great change.
Yep. And in the meantime, the changes on this board, and they have favored Pranav, despite the trade of his knight. It's a pure bishop endgame. If anyone's better, it's probably black if he can race his king into the middle of the board now, and that is because the white bishop is stuck defending some of its pawns on the same color complex. The bishop has to defend this pawn, the pawn on this square as well, on a light square, potential target for the black bishop. If the black king could teleport itself somewhere into the center, then black is just doing very, very well. But ultimately, it should be a draw. Feels like very respectful game here from MVL. Like, he's saying to Pranav, I'm a bit scared of you. I want to trade off all the pieces. I don't want your tactics, but I also reduce my winning chances in the process. That's the eternal dilemma in chess. How much risk to take, and neither side here have taken much risk.
But MVL, he still has a lot of time on his clock. 2 minutes, 25 seconds. Pranav is down to less than 2 minutes on the clock. Oh, and we have MVL joining us on the screen. We can even see the board in his glasses.
Let's get rid of the big board. Let's watch it in his glasses.
Oh, that's a talent.
Okay, oh, MVL really trying to lock this down with a draw now. He's completely closed the left half of the board. And he's saying, okay, I'm going to put everything on light squares. The white king and maybe one more pawn will block the dark squares here. It's going to be a dead draw any moment. I feel bad for choosing this game because it hasn't been full of fireworks.
But we're going to jump into another one. Still a bunch of games happening in round 5. And draws will, of course, happen. These players will then go up to 4.5 out of 5.
And here we go. It is a draw. Nothing to do. The players repeat. And we move on to another game. I think a decent result.